What the Trump administration has called for is for local police departments around the country to behave as ICE agents in sanctuary cities. That is not permissible. Any administration that would look to disrupt the sensibility of public accommodations consider them a threat to our democracy.
Far left Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson vowing to resist Trump's deportation plan, despite the illegal immigration crisis reportedly costing his own taxpayers more than $500 million.
This morning, President-elect Trump's incoming border czar, Tom Homan, is firing back. He joins us now. Tom, it's so great to have you on. I have so many questions to ask you, but let's start with this. He talked about sanctuary cities. Is the Trump administration, do you have any indication, have you talked to the president, are they going to just remove federal funding from cities and states that say we're just not going to cooperate with the federal government in getting criminal illegals out of the country?
Well, that's part of the plan. We tried that during the last administration, of course, but when President Trump didn't get back in office, that lawsuit filed by DOJ, of course, Joe Biden dropped it day one. But let me talk about what Brandon Johnson just said. No one's asking them to make his officers ICE agents. That's not what we're asking. We're asking to let us in Cook County Jail, the largest jail, one of the largest jails in the country, where back in the day, we arrested hundreds of criminal aliens out of that jail. That's what we're asking for. Give us access to the bad guy, the guy you locked in a jail cell. That's what we want. Because when you don't give us access to the bad guy and the safety and security of a jail where everybody's safe, you force me into the neighborhood. And when I go into the neighborhood, I'm going to find that bad guy. But it puts him at risk, puts my officers at risk, puts the community at risk. And when we find that bad guy, he's probably with others. Others are in the country legally that aren't a priority criminal alien. But guess what? They're going to be arrested too, because we're not walking away from illegal aliens. So your actions are going to give you the results you don't want. More agents in your community and more non-priority aliens being arrested. You forced me in that position, and that's what's going to happen.
By the way, you can't, I don't know what the mayor is thinking in this circumstance. You can't create a law that violates federal law, which obviously would have precedence. And in this circumstance, regardless of what he is saying in terms of what we're going to do as a sanctuary city or state, the facts on the ground are simply these. You have the rights, you have the authority as a federal agency to go in and get them wherever they may be. Do I have that right, Tom?
You have it exactly right. That's why I find it incredible that him and Governor Pritzker, first thing he said, you got to go through me. Why do I have to go through elected officials to help you remove public safety threats from your neighborhoods? Every elected official should want public safety threats taken on their neighborhood. That's your number one responsibility, is protection of communities. I want to arrest somebody that's in the country legally that is a criminal. That is our priority. Out of the gate, President Trump and I have said we're going to concentrate on public safety threats and national security threats first. Why would any elected official not want to help us with that? Especially Chicago, with the crime rate and the shootings at the level they're at. I just can't believe that they want to sit there and call law enforcement officers the bad guy and the victims of the criminal aliens that broke the law and violated laws against the U.S. citizens. They're the victims, but the people who enforce the law are the bad guys. I just don't understand it.
How unique or how common are you finding Mayor Johnson's attitude? I know you've met with a lot of blue city mayors, Tom, including Eric Adams, by the way, here in New York City, who seems to have changed his tune a little bit. He seems in a constant evolution towards singing a new song a little bit. But you're meeting with all these guys. Do they sound like Brandon Johnson?
No. He's far off the table. I mean, the comments he's making, it's just incredible. Considering his ratings in Chicago are so extremely low. I was there the other day, and there was hundreds of people there that want him removed from office. And again, I just go back to the crime rate in Chicago. Why wouldn't he want help in removing public safety threats? But I'm going to do it. And that's what I told him. I said, you don't want to help? Fine. I can't believe you don't want to help remove criminals. But guess what? If you don't want to help, just stand aside, because we're coming. And because we can't take the efficiencies of going into a county jail to arrest a bad guy. Now I got to send a whole team rather than one guy arresting a bad guy in jail. Now I got to send a whole team to the field to arrest that bad guy because of officer safety considerations. If that's the game you want to play, we're going to game. But if we're going to play that game, there's going to be a lot more agents in your communities just because of your failure to work with us in the county jail, a taxpayer county jail. We want to talk to the guy that you locked in a jail cell.
Right.
You locked him in a jail cell for obvious public safety concerns. When you're done with him, simply give them to us. Let us know when you're going to release them. You don't have to hold them a minute on your taxpayers' dime. When you're getting ready to release them, let us know and we'll be there and we'll pick them up. We'll take care of them from that point.
Tom, can I ask you one quick last question? So let's say you get the illegal criminal out of the jail and you're in possession of him. I heard Sarah Carter last night on a Fox show, the weekend show, saying that El Salvador said they'll take them back. Do you guys have arrangements with other countries to take them back? Because a lot of these guys are Venezuelans. I don't think Maduro's going to take them back.
I will say to the Venezuelan Tren de Aragua, don't get too comfortable. We're coming. And there are several agreements that I have, Sarah, that they're going to be removed. And I'm not going to call it countries right now because we're in the negotiation process, but we will remove them. If your country won't take you back, we'll find a country that will. We're already working on that. I'm not waiting until January 20th. I'm in the game now.
Somehow I really believe this.
The minute Rachel asked you that question, Tom, a smile went on your face.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's more here.
Very probably.
There's more
right.
here about already talking. But let's put it this way. We're not waiting till January 20th. We're already negotiating. We're already talking. We're already taking actions. I've been on the road since the day President Trump announced me. So when we start January 21st, we got a great plan in place. It's going to be prioritization of the worst first. But if you're in the country legally, you're not off the table. We're going to concentrate on the public safety threats first. And we're going to hit the ground running. And I think the American people are going to see that the mandate they gave President Trump, we're going to carry out.
All right, Tom Homan, thanks so much for the information, including the smile that reveals more information.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks.
Man, the president put the right guy on the job.
Yeah.
That's the best.
All right.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.